Sowore and Peter Obi are out to make Nigerian a better place, are out to fix Nigerian. Yes, some people said even each time I have had to vote for any candidate, it was either because of popular candidate or party. Now I will vote based on interest and ideology for candidate who embody that, even though the candidate don't get to win. This is my honest effort to fix Nigerian. When you speak your voice, when you try to like bring idea for a better Nigeria, INEC people will never allow you to win. Even though the masses voted for you to become a good leader to Nigerian, they will never allow you to reach that point. But now, whether they like it or not, we'll continue voting for a better Nigeria. Sowore said a lot in this video, which I'm going to leave for you to watch. But before then, a lot of masses, a lot of Nigerians has their own opinion and their own review based on what Sowore said. And this person said, Redeemed Church is deep. They control EFCC that operates people and many other governments appointed for helping bringing JOHNATHAN government down. And is Sowore now advocating for a one-party term state? Please listen to minister. Listen to him at 6 point. You know where we want a better Nigeria. What you're saying is not our. We know one here. And this person said we knew about them and their institution are irrepresenting God love beyond the poverty and exploration of others and secretive death sentence. Quote saying, live and let other live. Basically, African adopt religion institute that are supporting poverty and disease and unemployment, jobless, and that force of youth to running scattered spray around the wood. This person just saying, oh no, without comma. Tinubu is a thief. JOHNATHAN has no ball. Sowore is a snake. The only man with consistency is Peter Obi. We don't want that. We don't want that here. We know. We don't come to call people names, okay? And leadership by example is talking about range. They should ask him how many range have he himself set up before calling Redeemed Church, or he's telling us that he does not eat cow meat. See, some people are Sowore Redeemed Church members, so you'll not expect them to say the right review about Redeemed Church and so on. So they just opened his mouth without investigation. He has checked RCCG to know if they have all those things that he mentioned, except for the programs. Do you know the number of cow RCCQ, especially doing their programs to feed millions of people freely? Yes, I will say this as a redeemed member. Every first Sunday of every month, Redeemed Church feed people. Like every first Sunday when you go to church, they must make sure that even though drink anything that the church, the branch was able to provide, they will give it to the congregation and everybody will now eat it. I think sometimes the money come from the church and sometimes they now say a welfare community. Yes, there's something we call welfare community, and if you're part of it, you know how it works. So anyway, what did you think about what Sowore said? If you watch this video to the end, for me, we need a better Nigeria. Let's stand up to build a better Nigeria so that our children day to come will not suffer what we suffer now. Because if we do not fix now, it might affect the future of our children tomorrow. Most of the people that has money now, they run to abroad, outside country, UK, London, Chinese, everywhere to just have their ideas and then study hard. Whereas our country, nothing work. God will help us. And then thank you for watching, and thank you for watching up to this point. Please kindly subscribe, like, and share this video to all of your platform. And this is me saying bye, peace and love always. It's still your girl, You and Two Media.
There is no reason why the Redeemed Church that eats over 2,000 cows a day during their Holy Ghost Congress cannot have a ranch. The people that eat meat the most, I've said it anywhere in the world, are Yoruba people. Yoruba have a name for every part of cow, nose, nyash, everything. But they don't have ranches in Yoruba land.
Kwapaso has been in every government since 1999. He was commissioner of peace, he was defense minister, he was governor for 2 years. If there's any position, class captain, Kwapaso will take it.
I want to warn us as human beings that we are not the only people on earth, and a lot of careless animals have become extinct. So nothing stops the environment one day, nothing stops the earth one day from wiping out humanity as we are, if we keep messing with the environment. Some of these issues we are discussing have been part of my entire life. When I was a young kid, there was also gas flaring in Nigeria where my father was a teacher. When I asked my father what that light was, he told me it was the Northern Star. You know, I was when I grew up, some 25 years later, that Toronto Douglas, who is late now, told me about the fact that these are gas flares all over the Niger Delta region. I want to address the question from our professor about poverty. The interesting thing is that these presidential candidates we are seeing here today are some of the poorest, except Kwakwanso, of course. We are the poorest of the presidential candidates. In the order of the SDP man is rich, and followed by him, he's richer. I'm the poorest of all of them. So you are not the only people who are poor. I'm also very poor, and that's why I am your candidate. I understand what it means to be poor. Yes. And there is a nexus between poverty and where I come from, the Niger Delta region of Nigeria. I started as a fisherman in Niger at the age of 9. Then there was fish. By the time I became 51 years old, most of those fishes we used to fish have become extinct. And I want to warn us as human beings that we are not the only people on earth, and a lot of careless animals have become extinct. So nothing stops the environment one day, nothing stops the earth one day from wiping out humanity as we are, if we keep messing with the environment. There's nothing special about us other than being lousy. We are not different from the fishes in the ocean that have disappeared, or plants I used to know, or the dinosaurs that you used to hear about that don't exist anymore. It was the fact that dinosaurs, they don't have the sixth sense that got them extinct. But that's a conversation for another day. So to end what they call multidimensional poverty in Nigeria, the people of Nigeria must rise up against the greedy people who always take care of themselves. And I will say this is a practical solution. University lecturers used to be activists in this country. What happened to ASU? ASU is not even organizing any town hall meeting in this election cycle. Whereas they are affected by the academic decisions that will be taken by people who don't care about them. So Nigeria has been feeding the greedy and ignored the needy. And that is what our government will restore, is to redistribute wealth in the country. And we'll do it with our full chest. There is no reason why one person, a governor, we have 200 policemen, army, civil defense guarding them, and the rest of us have no policemen. A friend of mine in this university had his 9-year-old son kidnapped. In a university environment, I've never heard it before, that kidnappers enter staff quarters of university to go and kidnap them. And nothing was done about it until maybe they were just kind enough after the DSS intervened by way of bribing them. That's what they call ransom. So not only are you poor, you are not safe. That's the truth. And in production of solar energy devices that one of our professors asked, Nigeria cannot produce anything until we have energy ourselves. So unfortunately, we have to get the energy from Europe first before we can transfer the technology that can help us to produce this. And one person asked about, is it only solar energy that is going to be energy transfer? No, solar is just one of the various mixes of energy sources. Somebody, I was talking about ranching the other time, I didn't get to it. Do you know that cow dung the shit from cow can be used to generate electricity? Most of you don't know. Do you know that corn can generate electricity? The waste in Lagos can generate the electricity that will take care of almost the entire Southwest. But again, I can't say it enough. You cannot achieve any of these things with the kind of leaders they call front runners in all this in this election. The Bulabalu town hall meeting people.
All right, thank you.
The issue of silt in Port Harcourt is the refineries and, as I said, gas flaring. Port Harcourt city is hell on earth, and people are going to be dying from all this silt you are hailing. It's not a joke. I was leaving Port Harcourt this last, I think it was 2 months ago. It was 7 a.m. There's one gas flare very close to the airport. They said it has been there since the beginning of time. Why can't they put it off? And the question I'm asking myself, the refineries are not working. Where are you getting soot from? Is it possible that the Nigerian government is refining soot and pumping it into Port Harcourt? Because you can't doubt these government officials in Nigeria. Maybe they want to eliminate the Niger Delta people. Because where is the soot coming from when refineries are not working? I don't get that part of it, and I want somebody to educate me. Party representative, please. Somebody was asking about it, but I want to answer that. We are going to form a government that is going to work for Nigeria. I guarantee you that there is no permanent party person in Nigeria. Nigeria is the only country where you can go to bed as SDP and wake up as APC. So, if the people that are going to be elected want to work for the Nigerian people, we will be one political party that is working in the interest of the people. There is no permanent party member in Nigeria. There should be one interest, and everybody who is elected into office to be in our National Assembly should work in the interest of the Nigerian people, not work in the interest of their political party. And most of these parties anyway don't have any ideology. We are the only ones who have it. Let them join us. One of the biggest problems Nigeria faces is that each time we have a major problem, we set up a commission to tackle it. And then the commission becomes a problem itself. I am not going to be a president that sets up commission to discuss why the Chad Basin lost 90% of its water volume. It was a climate crisis that we didn't respond to. We are talking about flooding of Nigeria today from, is it Lado Dam in Cameroon? As our friend at the SDP said, there is no reason why we should not be directing the excess water from Lado Dam to the Chad Lake, or Lake Chad, as you call it. The reason why you have herdsmen going down south was because their original source of water, the Lake Chad, dried up. The Lake Chad is not supporting Nigeria alone, it's supporting about 4 countries. And when these people lost their means of livelihood, they had to find water somewhere. What I would do as president of Nigeria is to establish ranches. What my friend said here is what I said 2018, but I'm not establishing political ranches. They call Ruga. Everybody in Nigeria will have a right to set up a shop called a ranch. You can go there as a herdsman. It's going to be hydroponic. It has grass, either haze or green grass. And you can feed your cow after paying a certain amount of money. The people that eat meat the most, I've said it anywhere in the world, are Yoruba people. They eat every part of meat. Yoruba have a name for every part of cow. Nose, nyash, everything. But they don't have ranches in Yoruba land. There is no reason why the Redeemed Church that eats over 2,000 cows a day during their Holy Ghost Congress cannot have a ranch. There's no reason why we cannot reopen
the Obudu Ranch. Obudu Ranch used to be a ranch for cows, it's not a hotel. Because our leaders, maybe when they started, we had sensible leaders. They weren't creating conditions, they were solving problems. Our professor here, Akali, was talking about Kwakwanso. Kwakwanso has been in every government since 1999. He was commissioner of peace, he was defense minister, he was governor for 2 years. If there's any position, class captain, Kwakwanso will take it. But it is that same ambition that led to some of the highest number of out-of-school children in Kano. If you vote for Kwakwaso to come and become president of Nigeria, you want to extend the number of out-of-school children? That is why I always tell them it's time for them to retire. Let young digital people run this country. And I promise them I will take care of them because there will be a social security sector for elders in the country. So that the Obasanjos of this world, the Abdul Salamis of this world, will stop running around trying to create peace commission because they are the ones who brought trouble in the first place. But let's go back to environment, which is very, very important to me. I was saying here that I studied geography. Part of the problem of our leaders is that they don't understand that the equator passes around Nigeria. Nigeria is half of the world divided into two. You can only know that if you are a geography student. And why? If you are sitting in Lagos, the climate is different. If you drive to Lokoja, the climate and vegetation is different. If you go to Benue, your climate and vegetation and soil is different. If you are in Borno, the climate, soil, and the weather is different. People don't understand that even in this country, in flying, there are places that are more turbulent than the others. It's climatic. Some of it is climate issue. But we keep just repeating the same thing. Our problem is not fertilizer.
All right, thank you.
Fertilizer is a business of destroying soil. Why is it that there were healthier foods during our parents' time? Organic food without fertilizer, and it is now that fertilizer came that we live